welcome back to the Black and Gold Standard Podcast. And today we want to get into the ops. And the ops is we're going to talk about the top six players for the Miami Dolphins. Some guys that I think that Steelers definitely need to key on to have a successful game against them and to get this victory that I think they should be able to get. Even though, I mean, you got to be honest, the Miami Dolphins are playing much better than what they were playing just a few weeks ago. I think they had won like 5 games in a row. Granted, they have they have taken advantage of playing like the soft part of their schedule. But at the end of the day, any it's hard to win any game in the NFL. So I don't really hold that against them because, like I say, this was a team that was dead in the water. Um, I mean, even all of us was kind of talking about the coach getting fired and this and that. And at the end of the day, it's a one game difference between them and the Steelers. And if the Dolphins some kind of way win this game, the Dolphins and the Steelers would be tied. So um, this is just not a game that you know we should just feel like all the Steelers got to do is show up. Unfortunately, sometimes games like this is kind of what you get from the Steelers. They do just kind of show up and not prepared and kind of take teams like this lightly. So this is definitely a game that you can't slip up and give a game like this away. You got to be able to you know hopefully win this game. It's a AFC game, so that's important. Um, can I say? I mean, like I say, the Dolphins they have a good offense. I just think, unfortunately for them, their quarterback is not playing well. I mean, when you look at the stats, they're not terrible, but he's not playing well, throwing a lot of interceptions. Um, you know, the running game is doing good. Defensively they're not very well. They're not very good. You can run the ball on them. Actually, you can throw the ball on them too. So it's a game. It's a game that just let's be honest. If the Steelers come in here focused and take care of their business, this is a game that they should win, and definitely this is a game that's very winnable, and this is the game that they really have to win. I mean, you can't give a game like this away. I mean, Monday night in your place, a team that don't like the cold or quarterback that don't like playing in the cold. Um, so you can't have no slip ups. And like I say, if the Steelers come in there and handle their business, this should be a game that they should be able to win. But with that said, let's kind of get into um, the players that I feel as though that the Steelers need to concentrate on. So it always starts off with the quarterback, Mr. Tua, um, just not playing well, not playing well. You know, actually, I watched the game where he got benched. just throwing bad interceptions. I mean, sometimes you can have a quarterback that throw interceptions because you're being aggressive, and you just kind of putting a 50-50 ball up there for your guy to make a play on. But it's been games where he's just throwing interceptions that don't even make any sense or why that's happening. So let's look at his numbers. He's 238, a 356 for a 66.9% percentage. So that's really not bad. 2,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, but the killer is the 14 interceptions. That's killing them. And especially when your defense is really not that good, you can't just be giving away possessions, and that's what he's kind of doing. So hopefully the Steelers can get pressure on him, make him make some mistakes, and he's shown that he will make mistakes and give that ball up. So that's going to be one thing that we really going to have to concentrate on, get pressure on him. Maybe this is the week T.J. Watt wakes up, and because now he's gonna be dealing with a quarterback because of the side that Watt plays on. Um, Tua be looking at him. I mean, he'll be facing him, so he'll see him coming. He won't be coming from his blind side. His 86.4 rating, which is not really when you have an elite quarterback and the money that they're paying him, you want that rating up to at least by 100 something. But the 14 interceptions is the killer. So Tua is the number one guy that the Steelers have to maintain and force him to make mistakes, and this will lead the way in the right direction of getting the win. All right, Devon A Train. Now this guy, he really scares me. Now he got hurt last week. I think he got a rib injury, so he's gonna be playing with some sore ribs, but he's gonna play. Um, Explosive. I mean, that's the only thing I can say about him. Very explosive. 193 carries, 1,126 yards, a 5.8 average. So that's letting you know he's ripping big runs, big plays, 7 touchdowns, 55 balls out. He caught 55 balls out the backfield for another 383 yards, a 7.0 average, and 4 more touchdowns. Um, speed. He's a guy. He want to hit those edges. Um, I'm quite sure Miami, they watched the Buffalo game and they seen how James Cook was able to get to the edge on this defense. Only problem with him, if he gets to the edge, he's gone. Yeah, I mean, and I can tell you now, there's nobody on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense that can catch this guy. We don't have that type of speed on our defense, and if he gets to that edge, he's gonna take it a long way because he has you're talking this is like a 4-2 guy. He can run. He can run. Like I say, you look at that average, you averaging 5.8 yards a carry in the NFL. That's letting you know that you're breaking big runs, big plays. So, like I say, he will be a little sore. He do have a rib injury, so maybe that'll slow him down a little bit. But this is a guy. This got to really, to be honest, this is the number one guy that the Steelers are going to have to control. Because if you don't control him, that's going to open it up for everything else Miami would like to do. The passing game, especially with Tyreek Hill out, it's not it's not where they really want it to be. But he, and as you can see, 55 receptions, so he gets in the passing game also. I mean, just like with how the Steelers use Gainwell, the Dolphins use A Train the same way. But the only thing I can tell you the difference than them two is the speed. I mean, he's going. You get him out in the flats, and it's just a corner and Joey Porter out there messing around and missing tackles, and he's gonna make you pay. So I think this is really the number one threat the Dolphins is gonna have on offense. The third guy, uh, Taylor Whalen, uh, another guy. I mean, a fast guy, pretty good speed. Now he's not having a bad year, but he's not really having that big year because, like I say, Hill is out. But Waddle is he's a guy that he can actually give the Steelers some problems. I mean, it was kind of discouraging to see how they let Zay Flowers kind of just be wide open for some reason. Where Waddle, the difference, I think him and Flowers, Flowers is a kind of a scat back type guy. He all over the place, running everywhere. Waddle is really not like that. He's gonna catch that ball, put his foot in the ground, and he's gonna go. And decent speed here. So again, The Steelers messing around, and you can't leave this guy a lot of space. If you leave him a lot of space like that, he's gonna take it to the house on you, and you're gonna have some issues. But let's look at his numbers. So right now, 57 balls, 57 receptions, 812 yards, a 14.2 average, 6 touchdowns. So you see with that average, he's making some big plays. Also, he's getting down the field. He's on his way to another 1,000-yard season, and like I say, he's really the only passing threat, and he's still getting it done. And that's with an inconsistent quarterback. All right, let's go to the defensive side. Starting off, the edge rusher Bradley Chubb. Um, not having a huge year, not having a huge year. He's going to be a guy just depending on how the Steelers' offensive line shakes out. Um, with especially the left tackle position. Depends on who's going to be there. I mean, Chubb is a guy that could give the Steelers problems. He can bend that edge, and he can get to your quarterback. Looking at his stats, 35 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, one forced fumble, one fumble recovery. So not huge numbers, but he's getting to the quarterback. This is Miami's weakest um, side of the ball. Their defense is really terrible, especially running. You can run against them, but again, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't dedicate themselves to the run. So maybe they do it this week. I don't know, but this is a defense that you can run the ball against. They're not very big, so we'll see how that goes. Second guy, Jordan Brooks. This is a tackling machine. I mean, when you watch the game Monday night, keep your eye on number 20, and I guarantee you, almost every tackle that's within the box, he's gonna be in it. He's either gonna be making a tackle or he's gonna be assisting in the tackle. Tackling machine. Look at these numbers: 142 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, one forced fumble, one fumble recovery. So he's shooting the gap. He's making plays in the backfield. This is a good player. This is a guy. The Steelers definitely gonna have to get some pads on. And like I say, if you watch the game and keep an eye on him, he's gonna be in almost every tackle. I mean, he's just a tackling machine. It's crazy, especially if you watch the film. I mean, he's like he's making like it's almost like it's two of him out there. It's just it's weird, but um, this is gonna be a guy that can be very disruptive, and Steelers just gotta they gotta know where he's at, and really what it comes down to you gotta get blockers on, you gotta get hands on him, and keep him away from the ball because he will find it and he will make a play. And last but not least, safety Minka Fitzpatrick. So he just like with Jalen Ramsey. I'm quite sure Jalen Ramsey is fired up for this game. Jalen Ramsey is gonna want to make some big plays, make a splash play, and I'm quite sure Mika is gonna feel the same way. He want to make some plays and he want to make a splash play and kind of you know rub it in his old team, and we'll see what happens. We look at the numbers. Not Minka's having a typical Minka year: 76 tackles, one sack, 3 tackles for loss, 6 pass defense, one interception, one forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. So I mean, he's around the ball. He's playing good, playing good. I mean, sometimes you kind of wish he was still in the black and gold, but things happen for a reason. But I'm quite sure that he wanna get back at the Steelers a little bit, and this game will be a little personal. Just like I say, it'll be a little personal for Ramsey and maybe Smith if Smith gets on the field. I don't know. I think Junu Smith is in the doghouse right now, so I don't know if he's gonna get a chance to do anything. But with that said, that is the ops of the Miami Dolphins. These are the six guys that I believe that the Steelers have to kind of control and make sure these guys don't wreck the game. They take care of these guys. The Steelers should walk away with a victory, a much needed victory. And like I say, this is just a game. This is a game by no means necessary. The Steelers can lose this game. They got to do whatever they got to do to win this game. You can't drop this game. This is a must win game, and it's a winnable game. So with that said, that is it. Um, you guys take care. I will talk to you tomorrow. We'll be on Smash the Gas, and it'll be probably some big arguments going on there. But we'll see. Then after that, on Thursday, we'll have the matchups, and we'll kind of go more in depth on the matchups of the two teams and who I feel got the upper hand in what position. So with that said, you guys take care. I will talk to you tomorrow, and if you're in the northern part of this country, stay warm because it is cold out there. All right, take care. Bye bye.